Your Excellency, President of the Union of the Comoros and Chairperson thank you, Your Majesty the King, Your Royal Highness Crown Prince and Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Sulaiman bin Abdulaziz, Your Excellency, President of the Union of the Comoros and Chairperson of the African Union, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, good afternoon. I thank and congratulate the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for hosting this first African Saudi Summit. We appreciate the generous hospitality accorded to all of us. Your Highness, we note with appreciation Saudi Arabia's resolve to partner with Africa on human capital development. And just a note of information that in July this year, Tanzania hosted an African Heads of State Human Capital Summit, which underscored the importance of investment or investing in human capital, particularly the youth, as a roadmap to prosperity. Our desire is to see this new African-Saudi partnership build on the commitments of African leaders by mobilizing support and resources towards human capital development. Your Highness, on the issue of food security, I dare say Africa has what it takes to be a global food basket. However, massive investment in mechanization and modernization of agriculture are required. Taking an example of my country, Tanzania, being a food self-sufficient country, our contribution to global food security is very limited. As such, we have set an ambitious agenda to boost agricultural sector growth from 5 to 10% by the year 2030. This is through a budget increase from $88 million in 2020 to $420 million in 2023. Now, despite the efforts by the government, private sector and the local community, more needs to be done. And thus, we welcome the commitment of this summit to prioritize investment in safeguarding regional and global food security. Your Royal Highness, for Africa and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to ensure full realization of the outcomes of this summit, there has to be a continuous engagement, robust actions taken, appropriate coordination done, and solidarity among ourselves. Mobilization of public and private resources to support development interventions in Africa is the right step to advancing our development agenda. It is in this light that we welcome and appreciate the pledges and commitments made by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to enhance trade and investment within Africa and Saudi Arabia. We believe this summit will strengthen African-Saudi ties and will create a new avenues for cooperation. Lastly, Your Highness, we pray for the peace and prosperity of both the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and African countries and the peoples. I thank you very much for your kind attention. Shukran.